services. Like, what's your day-to-day here?
My day-to-day consists of socializing with my staff. Period.
Where did the name Cam come from?
My first and last name.
Can you explain that?
Yeah, my first initial is a K, and then for my first name, and then my last initials is HAM.
Okay, what's your favorite thing about what you do?
My favorite thing about what I do
Mm-hmm.
is the freedom with it, that I could just do what I want essentially, except I gotta do what the customer wants now.
You always know you wanted to be an entrepreneur.
Yes. Delegating is the hardest part.
Why is delegating so hard?
Because I don't like telling people what to do. I feel like you should know what to do and you should do it. And if you don't want to do it, then why are you here?
So, what would you say is the hardest thing about running your own business?
The hardest thing is finding people you can trust. Yes.
Why is that?
Because people are shitty. People are always trying to get over. So, once you find someone who you trust, you gotta like do everything to make them stay. Create an environment that they like. Kind of like, I don't know, like fungus. Like fungus will thrive and grow and reproduce if the conditions are right.
But it
Does do fungus do that?
Yeah.
Right.
But doesn't that sometimes come at your own expense?
Yes. Yes. Am I still using the fungus analogy? Hell yeah. Cause yeah, who the fuck want fungus? Nah. But yeah, so yeah. What's the question?
Doesn't keeping people around just because they're trustworthy and good employees, doesn't that sometimes come at your own expense?
Yes.
Okay. So, how do you determine keeping an employee around because they're good and keeping someone around because they benefit you?
Now you trying to get personal on me.
Just asking questions. I feel like these are things like business owners would want to know, like upcoming business owners.
I mean, this is something I've yet to learn myself.
Fair enough.
So in the comments, let me know. Ashley said I could say in the comments. I don't know. I feel like I just want everybody to do good. I feel like everyone has the potential to do good if they want to. You know, as long as they had good intentions, is what I like to say. Right? So even though somebody's like messing up or having a rough day or whatever, I don't think they're deliberately trying to take advantage of me or like, I don't know. I just feel like why can't they get it right? So I tend to keep people longer than I should, and I end up paying for it in the end. But I do stuff for myself to make me happy. I don't want to fire anybody. I wish everybody that came here was still here. Every single person.
Because they were like good employees, or just because you just wish it wouldn't have ended the way it ended?
I wouldn't say they were all good employees. It's just that I tend to choose good people. I choose people with my heart. I don't really care if they could do the paperwork, to be honest with you. That's the worst part. Like, I choose people I want to be around. That's how I choose. Like, people who come here don't know anything about this industry, can't even type. But if you cool and I fuck with you, then I would hire you. And so I'm trying not to do that anymore. I mean, we got pencil. We got pen. So yeah, that's my bad. So yeah, I hire people with my heart. So that's why I put someone else in charge of hiring recently because they don't care as much.
Interesting take on that.
What?
Just have an interesting take on that.
I know I have a problem.
I don't
Like
think
I
that's
hire
a
people with my
problem.
heart.
That just shows that you have a good heart.
I know, but that's not good for business.
I mean, hey, business isn't good for people.
Right. So I try to do is yeah. I usually try to do what's good for everybody else, but lately, or at least in the future, I want to do what's good for me. But then that would make me selfish.
Selfish is a bad thing? Question mark.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Caring for self is not a bad thing. And some people do it better than others. And I'm not good at it.
Okay, in a business aspect, do you think it's better to be selfish or to, let me rephrase that, do you think it's better to care for self or to care for others in a business aspect?
My personal opinion or how the world
Your
works?
personal opinion,
Then I mean,
depending on how the world works. Like, based on how the world works, do you think it's better for business to care for yourself first or to care for others first?
it's to care for yourself first if you going by normal business practices.
Why?
Because it's the game is to keep all the money for yourself
Mm-hmm.
and do the least amount of work and not even, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And essentially have it run without you being there. That's the game of business, right? To be earning money without being there. And to pay people the least amount that they'll take. And to make them work the maximum amount of hours that they'll do it.
But that's not how you run your business.
No.
And yet, your business is still successful from someone on the outside looking in, correct?
Depends who's looking.
Would you consider your business to be successful?
So yes, this is a open, a close ended question. So I gotta pick yes or no?
It depends on how you want to answer it.
Mm, it's funny you asked that because the last couple months I tried to tell myself or define what is success to me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, yes, I would say cam services is successful. I would not say that I have reached my full potential of being successful.
So you don't associate your personal success with your business success, is what you're saying?
No.
Why not?
Why not? Because we are not the same.
But a lot of people would say that because they started a business, that their business is them.
Okay, I would say that the company is successful
Mm-hmm.
and I am not successful
Mm-hmm.
to my full potential because I spoil cam services, if that makes sense. Like cam services is
So
well stocked. It looks great. It has great employees that get great staff members that get great pay and great vacations and all these other things. So if I didn't do all of that, then yeah, I probably, you know what I'm saying? I probably have more personal income, but instead I sacrifice it.
So you feel like you could be doing more.
Yes.
But you don't want to?
What you mean doing more as far as
Just like business wise. Or
what
do you
for
feel
cam?
like you could be doing less for cam services?
Mm, well, cam services is running on its own. The problem is cam services is growing,
Mm-hmm.
right? But I don't want to hire more people because I don't like to hire people that I don't know or trust. And I don't like to train people. So, and that's why that book that you saw, it says why companies or businesses choose to stay small, you know? So that's the thing. Do I grow or do I stay small, right? Because I can grow and I can get a bunch of people that'll do subpar work, or I could like keep my handful of people and overwork them. But that's why they get compensated as such, right?
Right. Okay.
Because I do think as I increase pay, I could just hire other people. You know, I could have kept everybody at like the minimum they would have accepted, right? Because we all started from the bottom. Now we here, right? So, but instead of doing that, I don't like that. Don't like it. If I'm in, I always tell Tony, if I'm in a Bentley, okay, he in like a Honda Accord, and that's on everything. But I would never get a Bentley. But he can still get that Honda.
You know, tell them what you got now. So do you still consider your business to be a small business?
Yes.
At what point does a small business just become a business?
Like it's either small business, medium business. Like how does it go?
I feel like it's like
a small business
small
mean you're like a
business.
small amount of people. You know, like we're what 6, 7 deep.
But I don't think so. I feel like you can be a Fortune 500 company and have 5 employees.
Right.
But if you're a Fortune 500 company, you're not a small business.
I mean, that's saying you're like Fortune 500 companies got like shareholders and all this. Like it's publicly traded.
So
We ain't doing none of that.
But I know, but that's a big business. It's not a small business. So at what point?
This is a small business. I don't know what to tell you.
But
all our
at
hashtags say
point?
small business.
At what point? But I know, but if this is so, yes.
Let's
I'm
define
not.
a small business as a company with 25 or less employees. It's probably on Google.
But I'm okay. Oh, fewer than 500 employees.
There you go.
And
Small.
less than 7.5 million in annual receipts.
So we tiny. I'm gonna change it to tiny business.
Okay, interesting. Do you think you always want to stay a small business?
That's a selfish question. The answer is yes, but it's only because I can't do it or I can't grow it by myself.
Why do you think that?
Because I don't like to train people and I don't like to meet new people. I want to come here every day and see the same gorgeous people every day. I don't want. Who are you? Who is this person? When we were training those people for like the couple weeks, it was to see these people. I mean, I do like to see it, but it's just like, why won't you retain this information in 2 hours? I don't have 3 months. I have way more staff if people could comprehend what we do in a shorter amount of time. Be robots in here. But also, you need to be a critical thinker to work here. Like, it's not, everything is not the same, I mean, it's all generally the same, but it's like the situation is different, unique every time. Yeah, but so-and-so passed away, but the car is in Oklahoma, but, and there's no, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to get my H-Town grill, you feel me? As soon as I make, like, you going to know when I'm getting money because I'm going to have, like a bottom.
Dang.
Yeah, Johnny Dang. Johnny Dang, I'm gonna get like a little bottom grill. Be iced out.